Sorry. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. This is another edition of Hong Kong House of Cards. Tonight we have a visitor for the prince, waiting for her in her office at the library, which has yet to be burned down. Upon entering the library, um, unless she's replaced Alice Cuthbert as keeper, Miss Cuthbert will be waiting, saying that the visitor is waiting for you in your office.
Thank you, Miss Cuthbert, and Anemone will head to her office.
All right. Upon entering the office, you find somebody you've actually met before. It's been rather brief, and you may have overlooked them. Standing about 5'10", wearing a fine suit with black hair that is now streaked with silver, and a rather Spanish-looking gentleman as well. He turns pale, but still humane. You've probably met Marcus at one point. Julian's ghoul.
Yes.
Prince Becker, my apologies for drawing you from your business this evening.
I'll always have time for those who need me. What is it I can help you with?
I do not know if you remember me. My name is Marcus. I was the ghoul of Julian Elvastago Plateado de Montano.
Yes, I believe we met once or twice.
Yes, when you recognized me, I believe. There were certain things that needed to be taken care of with my former Domitor's will. My sire has sent me here to assure that these things are taken care of. The first thing, however, I will need your recognition of my acknowledgement. My name is Marcus Sanluca, and he rattles off his lineage. He's actually the same generation as Julian was, and his sire is the same name. He has the exact same lineage as Julian did.
I see.
Of Clan La Sombra. As acknowledged by the Prince of New York, who I have never found out who his name is.
Well, as long as you agree to obey the laws and rules that are set forth here in Hong Kong, I see no reason not to give you my acknowledgement and hospitality, sir.
My thanks, Prince Becker. I will not be here long, merely the night. I have business with yourself and other members of this city, though not of the kindred. He'll then open up his jacket and pull out an envelope. He'll set down the envelope, and you hear the clank of something metal inside. This is for you, by the will of Julian Elvastago Plateado de Montano.
Becker will, who is wearing gloves, by the way,
Right.
Pick up the envelope and open it.
Inside the envelope is a house key and a deed. It was the wish of Sir Julian that should anything happen to him, his haven, which has bought and paid for, become the new Elysium should anything happen to the current one. It was meant to be placed under your care as prince.
A conscientious fellow, Mr. Julian was.
He always thought ahead. Unfortunately, I wish that he would have died closer, further away from when I needed blood. I barely made it back to Washington, D.C.
Oh, it's good to see you survived the ordeal, mostly.
He'll touch the silver strands in his hair. This was all black at one point. If there's anything I can do to be of service to the domain while I'm in the area, please do let me know. I will be leaving tomorrow night as soon as the flight from Hong Kong leaves.
Of course.
I trust that My sire wanted me to ask. Any remains of Julian's were interred.
As is customary.
Is much appreciated. Sorry, Julia.
You're fine, dear.
With that being said, there's one more set of people I need to see before the evening ends. With your permission, I would like to depart.
Of course.
He'll bow his head. He'll turn and he'll actually stop. I trust things have not gotten worse since I left Hong Kong.
Your trust is sorely misplaced, but it's nothing we can't do.
I understand. Thank you for your time, Prince Becker. With that, he'll head out.
And have a pleasant evening.
Okay. So I'll open up a. Do you want to keep this one, or should we open up a new one for you and Sean?
Either's fine.
All right, I'm gonna link Sean. See if I can drag him in here.
We are in the same room, so whenever he speaks, I'll mute myself.
No problem. I figured as much. There is Sean. Wow, there's something weird going on with your sound.
Yeah, it's the echo from her not having a headset. Yeah, it's the feedback from it's picking up that.
Wow, that's really weird. Really weird. All right.
Yeah, because usually it doesn't pick up side stuff like that. But
Yeah.
Well, it shouldn't be picking up at all. I muted myself before you joined.
right, but it's playing out with what it's hearing, and then it's being picked up on my mic, so it's getting a feedback loop.
All right. Oh, that's really weird. All right, so for this next part of the scene, I need both Des and Daehee.
Okay.
I'm trusting that they haven't moved their.
Nope.
Okay.
Here it comes. I'm sliding them. I guess we'll do it from here.
Take off the headset. Should be fine, shouldn't it? Just take off the headset. It should be fine, shouldn't it?
Yeah. All right. Pick us up.
All right.
Go ahead and start off.
Okay. So what's happening now is a car is going to pull up outside Des and Daehee's apartment, and footsteps up, and there will be a knock on the door.
Des will answer it.
All right. Standing at the door is the person I described to Julia briefly. You both have met this person before. However, he looks slightly different. For one thing, he looks a little more pale. His black hair is now streaked with silver, and he looks like he's probably about 5 or 10 years older from when you last saw him. This is Julian's former ghoul, Marcus.
Okay.
May I help you?
In
sir?
his hands is a bottle of wine. Chateau Lafite, 1967. I trust it will be a suitable vintage.
Daehee will come out of like the bathroom or something and be like, "Who is it, Des?"
Oh, the one guy that we met that time. She doesn't remember him at all.
Right.
Yeah, and he's only met him like once or twice in passing.
I think she's only met him once.
Yeah.
Nope. She would remember when he said the vintage.
Yeah. Desdemona Dehi, I hope I'm not interrupting your night.
No.
Plus Netflix feel like normal.
I've returned from Washington, D.C. and New York. I'm fulfilling the last requests of Julian Elvastago Patiata de Montano, my broodmate.
Okay. Was there something that he needed from us?
No, it's something that he needed to do, and it has fallen upon me by my sire to take care of this. First thing he does is he hands over the bottle of wine. It
Okay.
was unfortunate what happened to my former dormitor. He regrets. He knew that there was a possibility that he would die before his debt to you was repaid. So I was sent with this, and he opens up his jacket and he pulls out an envelope and hands it to Desdemona.
She'll take it and open it.
Inside is a check for $250,000. It's actually out of the account of Marcus Sanluca de Montano.
She looked down at the check, looked back up at him, looked down at the check. What is this for?
Repayment in full for the blood debt that was not fulfilled. That could not have been fulfilled through Julian's untimely demise.
He just like goes. Thank you. He kind of finally stumbles to say.
You're welcome. Upon Julian's death, his assets were liquidated and transferred to me. His home is now the property of the Camry of this domain. However, everything else has been liquidated into mine. This is but a small portion of what was left. It is the full fulfillment of your blood debt. I'm sorry that there was not more that could be done.
Yeah, I think I appreciated it. I mean, if there was nothing more that could be done, I don't see what we could ask.
Well, I will. Sorry. I will be within the domain for the remainder of the night, and then be leaving tomorrow night. If there's anything you need, he'll hand him a business card. It'll say Marcus Sanluca de Montano, purveyor of fine antiquities. I will be around if you need anything.
I'm sure we'll call, right?
Something like that.
He'll bow his head, and I hope that my Domitor's death has not caused you any further inconvenience.
Can grief and convenience be the same
I
thing?
wouldn't consider it the same thing. I don't think.
She'll just kind of look back at him, hoping he understands.
He actually does not know what's going on.
Willpower to tell the truth, right? Six.
Okay, one less than Davey.
Holy crap!
That's a fail.
Jeez.
She goes to say something and she stops herself.
He'll look at her.
I'll give this a shot. Hopefully that cleared out all the ones. No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Well, and I'll just be like,
Fuck, it's been willpower. There was no inconvenience. He was a good friend, and we are saddened by his untimely passing.
My sire is still delving.
Untimely second passing.
Yeah.
There we go.
My sire is still delving into the circumstances regarding why Lupine was in Elysium and why the Lupine was allowed to kill him.
Spending willpower. Well, why don't you look into that idiot ghoul that was running around?
What idiot goal?
Because he got told this by, I want to say, Tiger's character.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I wasn't there for that
What
scene.
the fuck is Will's character's name?
Adrian?
Adrian. Yeah, why don't you go to talk to this guy named Adrian who claimed somehow, Tiger probably didn't tell me that. He was apparently boning a lupine, so there you go.
Or ask the Francis person's thing.
Well, I'll convey this to my sire. He has decided that I should be focusing more on the aspects of my growth, as it were. Thank you for your time, and thank you for the information. If there's anything else you need, please let me know.
Sure.
He'll turn and he'll head down the stairs.
There's a closed door.
Yeah, but I think there might be an account delay.
Should I cash that?
Oh,
3 bottles of expensive wine and
True.
$250,000.
you won't cash it. I will. Don't you have to put it back when you leave?
If I buy the apartment,
That's true.
I could buy the building.
I'm not going to argue with you. Anyway, I think that's pretty much that.
They'll
All right,
just
so
spend the rest of the night discussing
What they're going to do with $250,000.
My resources go after that?
you actually technically have the legitimate reasoning to buy more resources if you have any. I think 250,000 total assets is resources 3.
Oh, it's already at resources too, so.
There you go.
Then probably it would give you the ability to buy up to resources 4. And then if you start cycling it to grow it, like with stuff like that, you could justify a jump to resources 5 at some point.
Yeah.
All right. So that ends the scene. Thanks everybody for playing. We did actually have one watcher during the Julia Marcus scene. And have yourselves a good night.